Welcome back, boys, girls, seabed crustaceans, and everything in between. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. My name, of course, is Open Potato. Alrighty, so in the last episode, we discovered crude oil. I mean, that's a pretty darn good step in the right direction. Of course, it's still, it's not the most useful of information, given that it is down at the very bottom of the map, and as of yet, we have absolutely no way of accessing it. So that's what we're going to try and do today. We're going to try and unearth the oil. We're going to try and, well, not mine the oil, but drill the oil. And hopefully fix a bunch of problems, on the way. This area is super hydrogen-y right now. That's not exactly a good vibe. Not detecting massive vibe points from that room over there. But that's okay. We'll fix that in just a second. Ooh, I'll take some mirth leaf seeds. Hold on a second. Why is there not enough oxygen in this this here suit? There should be. Oh well, I guess we're just not getting enough oxygen through. Oh, hold up. Yeah, we've literally just we're pumping hydrogen out into this room here, which is straight up not ideal. Okay, I actually think that we need to get ourselves another hydrogen generator, or at least an overflow area to try and store some of the hydrogen for now, because this is not a good situation to have. Although, in fairness, it is actually a good situation to have, because I kind of need to get rid of at least this one single electric wheel, and if we could get rid of one, then that would be kind of good. Yeah, what do we do? Do we just set up another hydrogen generator? I think that we probably do. Sure, let's build this priority number 9. Classic orbital potato style, if I do say so myself. And I'm going to build it out of iron ore, because iron ore is, the most useless of all of the ores. I say that. That's not very nice to iron ore. Not very nice to iron ore at all. But we'll get that hooked up there. In fact, is that the best place to hook it up? I think it is. I think it is the best place to hook it up. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get this over here, like so. There we go. That goes in there like that. We'll get some... I don't really want to get any more batteries than what we currently have, although... Also, hold on. I don't actually need to connect up that power over there. I was sort of thinking in slightly different terms. Yeah, it just needs to be... It needs to be like this, and then we have some power cable. Does it need to be big power cable? Not necessarily. In fact, it can be little power cable. That goes there. Jumbo battery there. Bish bash bosh. Except out of the wrong material. It's a disaster. That's iron. Yeah, we want iron. Iron is the material of choice for this construction. Connect that up. Perfect. And then literally want to connect that up. Yeah, all priority number 9. All properly important stuff that we need to be getting on with. We also need to make some more storage bins. We don't have any more space for storage bins on this level because it's been taken up by a whole bunch of batteries and a whole bunch of oxygen production stuff, which is absolutely an important, worthy use of the space. Also, I should take this moment to mention, if you do happen to have, rather than a 1080p screen, I think it's called, is it Quad HD? Whatever the case, it's 4 times the resolution of 1080p. If you do happen to have this, then please do go and change the settings around a little bit and see if you can see the video in 25560 by 1440 resolution, as this video should be available in that specific resolution. Also, I think the reason that iron is not forthcoming is because it is outside the base, and it's going to take a little while to get that stuff delivered. I mean, I don't think we have much copper left in this part of the world, so yeah, I'm not going to worry about that too much. Okay, I do want to set up some more storage though. I tell you what we should do. We should just get priority number 8, because priority 9 is still far and away getting the iron sorted. What the heck is that? The day starts and just the mess begins. Okay, get that set up. Perfect. Thank you very much. That's great. Dig errand. Priority 8. Great. Let's queue all of that to be dug up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally build storage compactors all the gosh darn day along here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, deliver all of the iron ore that you possibly can, and that will mean that I can disable that building in just a second. Perfect. I'm going to copy the settings on that building and apply them over here. So now we should start to be able to collect up a whole bunch more resources. It also leaves this area free for something. Presumably we'll want to do something with this area in time. I'll queue that up to be dug out as well. Alright, great. So hydrogen should immediately start flowing exactly where we need it to be flowing. Whoa, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Gas pipe, deconstruct that gas pipe. No. It needs to be deconstructed, priority number 9. I've found a flaw in the plan. Okay, this is a real problem that I didn't see. That I did not foresee happening. Yeah, bit of a bummer there. Yeah, deconstruct this pipe there. Would you, old chap? That would be very, very good if you did. And then let's build this under here and then up there. Now that all, of course, needs to be priority number 9, priority number 9, priority number 9. And hopefully it should all work. Because, of course, we can't pump oxygen until we reconnect this pipe. So the quicker that can be done, chaps, the better. Also, how are we doing with our little bit of exploration around the edge of the map? Well, not very well. That's the edge of the map. I don't know if you can see, but I can't drag the map towards the towards the right, but to the left. I can't drag it any further. That's a lot of polluted oxygen over there. I like the look of that. So I suspect that our only way down, other than obviously just going straight down through what would in effect be a suicide mission, really. I don't know how we're going to get down there. I have no idea how we're going to get down there. I mean, presumably we can cool it off slightly, but I don't think that we're going to be able to cool it off by thousands and thousands of degrees Celsius. Alright, how are things looking here? Things are looking pretty darn good now. Great. Alright, I mean, things are now looking a little bit less than great, as it doesn't look like we've got enough power to power the system. What I can do is I can lower the gas pressure by a little bit. Stick it down to 500 so that we can pump out a little bit of extra hydrogen. See if that makes any difference. No, it doesn't look like it's going to be. It doesn't look like it's going to cut it, to be honest. It looks like we've got just too little hydrogen in here now in order to make it work. That puff is starving. That's a bit of a bummer. Yeah, I think we're just on the edge, really, of the amount of hydrogen that we need. Okay. That's a massive bummer, to be honest, because I was really looking forward to having another source of power. Really, that would have been so nice. But, you know, it's fine. Let's just go and deconstruct that pipe right there. Let's just return to a single hydrogen system. Hopefully it's not going to be too late. There we go. Get the hydrogen pumping here again. Fantastic. Yeah, alright. Which unfortunately means that we're going to need to enable that building again. Bit of a bummer, but whatever. Paste the settings over there. Great. I mean, we do really need to get our natural gas situation sorted, but, I mean, again, not really that bothered about that at the moment. This area is filled with steam because we are mixing incredibly hot water with incredibly cold water. That's what happens, folks. That's chemistry for you. I have no idea why we're building that. That's unreachable, apparently. It shouldn't be unreachable. Is it because we can't get down here? Is that why? What have we got down here? Sedimentary rock, granite. Sure, I'll build a granite ladder out of here. I don't think that there is any other way down. I mean, if we have a little look at the temperature overlay, you can see, I mean, it's pretty darn hot the whole way. Pretty darn hot the whole way, and we need to try and access that, that oil over there. Okay, you know what? I'm going to run a little bit of an experiment. Run interference, as they say. Alright, dig that out. I'm going to try going down here. I'm going to try going down here, and I'm going to try seeing what happens. I mean, that is literally magma at 1,400 degrees Celsius. I'm not hopeful for my prospects. However, there is a good chance that maybe we can make sort of this anti-entropy thermonullifier work, and maybe we can try and cool the magma down just a little bit. Also, I want to fix this area in this episode. We should be moving the temperature very, very much southwards. I'm hoping. That should be what's happening. It just doesn't seem to be happening that swiftly, to be honest. Well, no matter. No matter. We'll be making progress on that nonetheless. What I would like to do is I'd like to set up some radiant liquid pipes. These now cost metal. Oh man, that's so irritating. I didn't realize that had been changed. I also want to set up the oil refinery. Boy, oh boy, I want to do quite a lot this episode. Okay, what is the first priority? Maybe legitimately oil? At least trying to scrabble together a little bit of oil from around the place. I don't have much. It's probably not worth me doing that. Let's try refining some metal. Sure, let's try refining some metal. We'll refine some iron ore to iron, shall we? That seems like a fairly productive thing to do. Okay, so let's get 10 iron. Sure, let's start that up. Food is decayed, no research selected. Attribute increase. All right, loads of people are doing some really great stuff. I mean, I'm very, very proud of everyone. Don't get me wrong, absolutely love it. However, it's not super handy. I really need to free up the duplicates that are currently generating energy for me. That is absolutely got to change. I mean, I can't do it with hydrogen. I can't do it with hydrogen and oxygen because, as we just found out, that we don't have enough. We don't have enough hydrogen from that oxygen process. I tell you what we could do. Here's an idea. Here is an idea for you, folks. Sand or mirth leaf. I'll take those. Here's an idea. I think we set up a brand new oxygen area, right? I think we're going to set up a brand new oxygen area. This is what we're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I have decided. Right. And we're going to literally set up. Right, this is going to be a priority 7 kind of job. Lots of iron ore. Literally going to have a carbon copy of what we've got right up above. And what it's going to be is obviously an exact copy of this area. And we're going to have one hydrogen generator, which is going to remain there. But we're also going to have the output of this hydrogen generator feed into this one, and then the output of this one feed into that one. And I think if we have the runoff of 2 oxygen production areas, then we might just manage to make this whole system work. We might just manage. Don't quote me on it, but we'll see in a second, won't we? Oh, perfect. The height is just right, as they say. That's not actually what they say. But there you go. Okay. Looking good. This area is also very unoxygenated. Unoxygenated is not the correct term for what exactly we have here, but that's okay. Right. 2 mesh tiles right there. Not with gold. Let's keep it chill with iron. I say keep it chill. Let's just keep it a very, very normal temperature with iron. What are my doors made out of? Gold. Cancel the build on the door. Cancel the build on the door. Build it with iron. Right. Wonderful. Okay, and then let's set up the ventilation. Yep. Yep. We'll get the gas pipes up and running. Except it shouldn't look like that, because otherwise we will have a ventilation issue. That's fine. Yep. And where do we want to feed it into? Probably, tell you what, we probably just want to feed it directly into this, into that cable right there. All right. The game did seem to freeze for a little bit, but I suspect that that is more to do with the fact that it is morning. Right, let's stick that in there as well, because I absolutely do not want anything going into my sacred water area. Very, very sacred. Right, that is all unreachable at the moment. Dig that out, dig that out. Great. Okay, so this area is going to come together very, very quickly. Very, very quickly indeed. Rust into oxygen and chlorine. Alright, interesting. I still haven't found a use for that. I'm sure I probably will in time. Right, liquid pipe. Let's get a liquid pipe. Branch it off. Literally just down there. I think all of those builds should be entirely reachable. Apart from maybe that one up there. Sure. Build that there for now. And then we can have another crack at it in a second. Right, great. The water area is fixed. That's perfect. That's grand. Also, I'm a little bit concerned that perhaps we are making slightly too many of all of those ingredients. Some omelets. We can make some eggs, apparently. We've got so many critter eggs. We've got literally tons and tons of critter eggs. Mostly pufflet eggs. In fact, all pufflet eggs. We are breeding so many of these darn things. It's actually a little bit obscene. I need to pump hydrogen out of here. That's honestly a priority. I want to get polluted oxygen pumped up much more regularly. There is an area where we have quite a lot of slime. I mean, we should have just an area where we make slime, or we try and make polluted oxygen. In fact, we've got a polluted water vent, don't we? But that doesn't give us polluted oxygen, I don't think. I tell you what. Yeah, there's no way down over here. Boy. That, and then just dig into the side there. See if we can make any progress. I tell you what, it would be quite a good idea if we wanted to turn this polluted water into clean water. We could, of course, just literally open up a hole to hell. See if that works. Also, how good are these suits? I mean, they seem pretty darn good, to be honest. I don't know what the overheat temperature of this sandstone stuff is. The sandstone ladders are, but you know what? Maybe the suits truly are incredible pieces of engineering. I mean, I know I made them, but we still have 7 duplicates. Nobody has suffered a cataclysmic suit failure yet. That is, of course, a good thing. Next activity for the natural gas generator, 14 cycles. Don't mind if I do. Very much looking forward to that. This area is coming on very, very nicely. We need to, of course, get another power generator right over there. Perfect. Yep. And do we need to get another power generator, actually? Do we need to get another power generator? I mean, the amount of power that is sucked. Yeah, we do need to get another power generator, because 240 plus 240 plus 240 plus 120 is more than 800. So we're going to need to get another one. And then, as I say, we'll have the one up there, which is the overflow. Right, hold on. Cancel that a second. Deconstruct that tile. And then let's order everything to be deconstructed in that area. Also, oxygen down here is pretty miserable, but that's okay because I mean I'm not bothered. Right, is anyone attempting to build this stuff down here? Because I would love to see this happen. Should we see this built at priority number 9? I mean, if we can get down to crude oil today, then boy, oh boy, oh boy, that would be fantastic. I didn't realize that we could take the most direct route. But if we can, then that's fantastic. That's really, really good. In fact, crude oil might even be the answer to our power problems. What's that? That's a squeaky pufflet egg. Excrete lumps of bleach stone if they are given chlorine. Nice. We've got pufflet prints, regular puffed. We've got far too many of these things. Far too many of these things. That's okay, though. Right. That's still to be done. No worries. No rush. I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing my my wonderful little dupes. Okay, let's get a little network together. There we go. That goes over there. Comes down there like so. Deconstruct that tile, please. Yep. And let's get ourselves a hydrogen generator. Perfect. To be honest, we could get away with not using that gas filter if we're going to use... if we use a second gas filter. I mean, what we could do is we could literally just get the offshoot of... It becomes a bit complicated, but... I mean, it would save us some power, I believe. Yeah, let's try and do it, you know? Let's try and do this. Okay. Input to output. Great. That there. And then... Oh, this becomes very, very complicated very quickly. And actually, kind of presents a little bit of a problem. And I'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, let's stick with it for now. Let's stick with a single gas filter for each sort of zone. Right? Nice. And... Nice. And then this up there, and then that's pretty much that, to be honest. Still need to connect up the power. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a carbon copy of what we've got up there. So that's good. Quite happy with that. Let's set up the offshoot to... So what we want to do is we want to have a system which takes it in 2 directions, and then it goes back around. So 50% of whatever comes out of here, well, 50% of whatever comes out of here will go into here, which is great. But then it'll come back around, and then it'll go back in, and then it'll be another 50%. So it's actually only 50% of the 50% that gets out. So we're talking about 25%. Now we can make a judgment call on whether that's a large enough amount, or too little, or too much, in order to sustain this hydrogen generator over there. That's the plan anyway. There we go. Similar system over here. And that is that. Perfect. So if we can make all of that work, then I'll be a very, very happy chap. Right. Looks very, very good. New printables are available. Fantastic. Whoa, what was going on? Did you abandon mission? Or you just became a little bit hungry? It is 1,400 degrees Celsius down here. Honestly, these guys are fantastic. These guys are real troopers. We've discovered the complete extent of, well, the map. That's the very right-hand side of the map. Obviously, we don't have all the way up, but you know, we will in time. We'll get there. I'm not worried about it. And then over at the left-hand side, we've got to the very, very left-hand side as well, which is fantastic. Obviously, we don't have all the way down. We don't have all the way up. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there, and it's going to be glorious. Okay. Steam is getting up here, and it's... I mean, I'm not exactly loving this vibe that I'm getting from this steam area. Come on. Right. Deconstruct that. What I want to do is I want to put a cap. I want to put a cap right there for now so that we can keep all of this steam contained. There's more polluted water over there, and this is the area that I've said I want to use as a tank, as a water tank, as a natural sort of water purifying system. That's what I want to do. All right, but for now we'll leave that water right there where it is. I mean, it's still very, very hot. We still need to devise a system. Well, I mean, we've got a system. We need to devise a system to cool that water down. And we will indeed do that. In fact, I think that we have the capacity to do that. Awaiting fuel, hydrogen. All right. It looks like this thing is not in operation at the moment. That's a bit of a bummer. Sort of throws a little bit of a spanner in the works. Unless we can find some other hydrogen lying around. I mean, there is hydrogen up here, but the problem is it's a little bit uncontrollable. It's not like we have an infinite source of hydrogen nearby. I mean, we do have the hydrogen vent, but we don't have another source nearby, which is a bit of a bummer. Have to think about how we handle that. Do have a little bit of hydrogen in there. Okay, you're glum. Okay, there are actually 4. I thought there were only 2 in there. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's again, it's not the end of the world. It's fine. We'll be able to deal with that. We'll be able to tackle that. Very, very unconcerned by that whole thing. So much polluted oxygen down here. I really wish I could just move it all instantaneously. Bam! Move it all right up to where it needs to be with the puffs. Carbon dioxide vent. That's a carbon dioxide vent. Okay. I'm not sure if I discovered that in this episode or the last episode, but okay. I mean, it's another carbon dioxide vent, which I don't really feel the need to, you know, write home about. That natural gas vent will definitely play a part in our process. I'm just sort of thinking of hydrogen. How do we get more hydrogen? I mean, we've obviously got a bunch of water over here. Maybe we should, maybe we should just start electrolyzing some of the water that we're getting from this cool steam vent, because it's actually in quite close proximity to this to the anti-entropy thing. I tell you what, I've got an idea. Let's make this happen. Right. So, I want to get some tiles over here. What do we got? We got granite. I think that's granite over here. It is indeed granite that we've got going on over here. Great. Let's get some granite. Priority 7 this, because it's, you know, it's important, but it's not that important. And then what I'd like to do is just literally set this entire area to be dug out. It's going to be, well, quite an investment of time, you could say, but it'll be worth it. Then I'm going to get some liquid pipes, not the liquid pipes that we've got going on over here. Just regular liquid pipes I think will be absolutely fine. And then we're also going to get a liquid pump right in there. We want it to be we want it to be made out of gold because it's a plus 50 degrees overheat temperature, because this water I think can get pretty darn hot. So that's cool. And then we're going to move this water. What's the most direct route? I mean, I want to move it pretty much straight across here, right? But don't think that'll work, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. And then up there. Yeah. Literally like that. And we're going to move the super hot water. We're going to move it all the way across to this area, and then we're going to have a bunch of electrolyzers just sitting around in here, and they're going to just turn this into hydrogen and oxygen. I have no idea what we're going to do with the oxygen as of yet, but we will try. Why are you starving? There's loads of fried mushrooms. Have you just had a tough day? You've got very, very low number of kilocalories in your system. But there's lots to eat. There you go. Easy. Easy peasy. Starvation averted. Crisis fixed. We have loads and loads of fried mushrooms. We got loads of bristleberries, loads of gristleberries. Any type of gristle, any type of bristle. We got it. We got it. Right. Let's get the jumbo battery finished, and then we can finally bring this area online as well. That'll just be another sort of little bonus. Maybe it will allow us to retire one of these little steering, not steering wheel things, little guinea pig wheel things. Let's also see what other resources are available. A slickster. Okay, so I want to get a slickster because a slickster at the moment is the only way that we can possibly get oil, other than, of course, the actual oil down here. In fact, are there any slicksters down here? Got any intel? Any slickster intel? Whatever the case, it doesn't actually matter because we want to make sure that we breed these guys as well. We want to. I mean, we do have a room for them. What's the hot temperature? What's the hot temperature? The hot and cold. Let me have a look at the encyclopedia. Just a second. Yeah, so the comfort range is 140. They can go up to 240. Okay. 250 even. Yeah, I think we could just stick a wheezewort in here. Maybe see if it'll cool it down just a little bit. But we could do that. We also need to get a critter trap. It's a single-use critter trap, unfortunately, so we're going to have to get 200 kilograms of plastic. Getting 200 kilograms of plastic, I mean, it's just very, very difficult to do. Where is this polluted water coming from? Where the heck are we getting this polluted water from? I don't even know. Where did all this polluted water come from? Is it up here? No. Oh, look at you. Very cute. Yeah, where the heck are we getting all this polluted water from? I have absolutely no idea. I know that we're about to be making a whole bunch of pipe over here. But I'm very, very unsure as to why that's happening. Right, let's get that replaced. Good stuff. And yeah, okay, everything's looking pretty darn good. I do want to set the polymer press up so that we can maybe convert some of this crude oil that we have lying around into plastic. I've talked about that before. But if we could do that, then that would be absolutely phenomenal. I don't think it's going to be enough to give us 200 kilograms of plastic, unfortunately. But you never know. You never know. It could be. Oh, goodness me. What have we got going on down here? A little bit of crude oil. Signal switch over there. Okay. The plot thickens. 35 kilograms of carbon dioxide. Of steam. Yeah, I like this. I like this map. I like this map a lot. It's been very good to me so far. We've had no major sort of issues with anything. I mean, I know we're a little bit low on power. It's a little bit of a bummer. What is going on here? Enable this building, please. Yeah, this is a straight up not ideal situation to have. Right, there we go. Get pumping. Get the oxygen going. Get the, Oh, hold up. I see what's happening here. Alright, so this has worked exactly in the opposite sense as to how I want it to work. Alright, then. So that... deconstruct that gas pipe there. And then deconstruct that gas pipe there. Because yeah, we just do not have we just don't have the energy to power this. Okay. I need to think about this more, I think. I think I need to put in a gas bridge. If I put in a gas bridge, that will force... Yeah, if I put in a gas bridge there. Okay, experiment time. Right, if I put in a gas bridge right there, then it's going to force... It's going to force that to be the output. By that to be the output, I mean... It's going to force the output to be this way. There we go. Yeah, so 50% is going to go back in. Great. Okay. So it's 50% of the 50%. Yeah. I mean, this looks okay. Doesn't look like any hydrogen's going down this way. For some obscure reason. Yeah, not entirely sure about that. Alright. Disable that building. Yeah, really not sure why that is. I think it's got something to do with the prioritization of bridges. So let's run another experiment here. Let's deconstruct that. And let's put in a sandstone thingy there and that there. All right, now let's see if that works. So it should prioritize pretty much evenly 50-50 now, right? Yes, there we go. Fantastic. So 50% of the 50%. That's great. Beautiful. This is working completely as intended. So now 75% of all hydrogen goes here. 25% of the hydrogen goes there. We'll have to make a judgment call in just a second to see if it's actually enough or if it's too little. At the moment, it looks like it's holding fairly steady around 20 kilojoules. Looks good. I mean, it looks good. That looks very, very good. Very happy about that. I mean, that is exactly what we want to see. We want to see that power available number remaining very, very consistent. We've had a little bit of an oxygen. We got a little bit of an oxygen issue here, folks. Not gonna lie to you, this is poor. This is poor performance, and it's been entirely because I've been faffing around with oxygen so much recently. Okay. And in fact, that gas pipe should probably be deconstructed there, because this gas pipe is almost entirely full. So let's do something like this, and then a gas vent right there. Yeah, so if we do that, which I'm pretty sure is inaccessible, unreachable. No, apparently not. Okay, great. Anyway, the point of doing this is that we just don't have a large enough capacity in that single pipe, so there we go. We also need to jump start this little circuit here, which I'm going to do. That's gold. I don't want to build with gold. Why do you keep suggesting that I build with gold, video game? Is it because I've got so much gold that I'm considered a wealthy individual by gold standards? Haha, did you get it? Gold standards? That's an economics joke. Leave me a comment if you get that one. Okay, reverse. Sure. There we go. All right, great. We're gonna have to pump out a little bit of carbon dioxide into the base, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Get that all fixed up. 18 kilojoules. All right, it's a little bit low for my liking, but I'm hopeful that that's going to be fixed quite soon. All right, maybe it won't be fixed. If it's not fixed, if it's not fixable, then that's a problem. Right. Right, come on. Get this area sorted, please. Come on, guys. We need oxygen. We need oxygen desperately. Although I suppose since so many dupes spend such a large time out of the base, just doing like a whole bunch of random stuff, really, it doesn't actually matter if we've got oxygen in the base, as long as we've got oxygen in the suits, right? Alright, that's all priority 7 stuff. That's great. Happy with that. Great. Now somebody hop on this generator thingy here. Got hydrogen filtered in there. Fantastic. I need to make sure that I set up the gas bridge system here as well. So at the moment it's still this is set up wrongly, isn't it? Yeah, so it needs to go there, and then this needs to be set up like so. Yeah, that needs to be set up there. Okay, perfect. Oh, we also need to get an automation system set up. So we'll get an Atmos system sensor right there. Automation wire. Literally just connecting that, and that's pretty much it, right? Right. Okay, cool. I appreciate that no one can really do very much at the moment because it's all... Yeah, well, there's not very much oxygen around here. And we're just about to pump out a whole bunch of the carbon dioxide in this room out into the base. Not exactly thrilled about that. Not exactly thrilled about that at all. It's just going to make things slightly more difficult down the road. Short-term pain, long-term gain. Yeah, okay. So it turns out that this system is not working. It's not working, but only very, very slightly. Only very, very slightly. So here's an idea. If I was to create another branch. If I was to create another branch, I mean, I'm in full experiment mode right now, right? If I was to create another branch right there. So now it has 4 outputs after the fact, but all of the outputs lead back. They all lead back to this area. Okay, so let's... Okay. The problem is that the division of hydrogen is not done equally. However, that may work just a little bit better. So we'll see if it holds around, holds steady around 7.7 kilojoules. If it holds steady around 7.7 kilojoules in the long term, then that's great. Okay, what did we end up there? 500 grams. I mean, it doesn't actually matter the value that we set it at. That seems to be pretty darn good. There's a vacuum below. We should be pumping out hydrogen now, which is great. This is looking good. This is looking really, really good. We've pretty much doubled our oxygen production, which I'm very, very happy about. Yeah, not convinced that we've got enough. In fact, I'm very much not convinced that we don't have we don't have enough hydrogen going into this generator here. We're gonna have to fix that in just a second. Looks like we've just about cracked the puzzle over here. I say just about. I think we might have just cracked the puzzle at 7.7 kilojoules. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. I think we can be pretty darn happy about that. So the real trick, I guess, is trying to use lots and lots of outputs. So we're gonna need to get, I mean, another output there, and another output there. And that all feeds back in there. Okay. So once again, I'm hopeful that this will all work. I'm hoping it's going to all work out completely flawlessly, and then everything is going to be fine. Of course, there is still the potential for this entire area to go very, very badly wrong. Because, of course, we're trying to siphon off just that little bit extra. That little bit of extra hydrogen that will make... I mean, that will literally power the entirety of the rest of the base if we get it right. I feel like it's quite a technical process, actually. That's not to, you know... Ho-ho, I'm a very technically processed person. A duplicate checkpoint. Oh, what is that? A spore child. Very, very cool. Okay, by the way, apparently I'm just talking complete hocus pocus. Also, that is an oil reservoir. Oh, fantastic news. Fantastic, fantastic news. Apparently the suits can definitely withstand whatever temperature I said they couldn't withstand. That's some diamond over there. Critter starvation. The puffs. Yeah, these puffs have been on a diet of hydrogen, which would be fine if they ate hydrogen, which they don't. Oh, look at this. Look at these patches. This is going great. It's grim and it's overcrowded. All right, well that's not cool. Can I mean, can I make this a room? I can make this a room, but I'm not sure. I don't think we have a whatever the heck it's called, an aquarium. That's not a thing that we have at the moment. All right, come on, give it a good old boost. Give the system a boost. We need to see if it's gonna work. It's like a maze. This is fantastic. Does seem to be working. I mean, if it works, right? Yeah, we just don't have a single large enough boost of power in order to get us to where we need to be. Looks like the power is holding roughly stable around 7.7 kilojoules. So without any interference, I'm kind of hopeful that this system is just going to keep ticking along. Keep ticking along just fine, to be honest. That's the hope. Of course, any extra hydrogen that can be stuck into the batteries over here is great. Yep, getting the slick stir is probably my next priority. Yeah, we just need to get on this manual generator and get that thing powered. Yeah. It looks very, very cool, though. It looks very, very cool. And as I understand it, I believe this takes advantage of the way that gas bridges are prioritized. So I believe it's sort of like a little request for gas. So I like that. That's pretty darn cool. Oh, it needs to be above. Yeah, so we're not continuously pumping stuff. Alright, there's still a little bit of carbon dioxide hanging around this room. That's cool. Let's set this up as a locked door. Fine. Yeah, it seems crazy that we're producing a large amount of oxygen in this room, and yet we're unable to open the door and let some out. I mean, I could do that, but I'm not going to. Alrighty. I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good. I mean, look, the oxygen situation in the base has changed dramatically now, which I'm very happy about. How are we doing over here? Not great. Let's continue our great dig out. Okay, what is the prevailing resource around these here parts? A little bit of sedimentary rock. Don't mind if I do. How is that unreachable? You just stand there and just do that there. Is this area still reachable? It is entirely reachable. It's cool. Sedimentary rock. Yep. Let's do that. Mushroom. Okay, we need to start frying some mushrooms again. As it turns out, we don't actually have enough fried mushrooms. Right, make some gristleberries, make some fried mushrooms. The more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. Right. Lovely. That was a big juicy bit of hydrogen that we just sent away. And that was another big juicy bit of hydrogen that we just sent away. I wonder if I've maybe got my maths slightly wrong. I wonder if what I need to do. I wonder if what I need to do is slightly different. I don't actually know if this is a good system. What I maybe need to set up instead is something like this. I'll try and illustrate exactly what I'm thinking of. So if we have 5 of these, and if we want to give 1/5 of the resources to this hydrogen generator, I suspect that I'm going to need to come in with the pipe. Right? And then that goes off to the other generator, and then all of these combine into one single pipe and then go to another generator. I think that might be a slightly easier way of doing it. Should we try doing that? Since we're in full experimentation mode, right? Yeah, set this area up to be deconstructed, set this area up to be deconstructed, deconstruct, deconstruct, deconstruct. Sure. Sure. I just got an achievement. What did I get an achievement for? Let's go and have a look. Enter an oil biome for the first time. Oh boy, you better believe it. That's great news. All the time. Oh, that's a cold zone. I like it. I like it a lot. Obsidian. I don't know what this is. A spore child. Early alluring appearance to mask the fact that they host a particularly nasty strain of brain fungus, but they are plus 80. Oh my goodness. Right, well, I never want to go into the zombie spore zone. The zomb zone, as I will from here out be referring to it as. Right. Okay, let's go and do this again. Okay, so that goes in there like that. Gas bridge. 1, 2. Oh, we don't have enough space here. 3, 4, 5. Right? Okay, hold on. Let me try taking this back a smidge. Just so that I can make sure that I've got enough space for it. Right. Delete that there. Perfect. Gas pipe right there. Bish, bash, bosh. Perfect. And then we're going to set it up so... Well, first of all, actually, what I want to do is I want to deconstruct the... I want to deconstruct the pipes that we already have here. So deconstruct those. And reconstruct all of this stuff. Reconstruct it with brand new sandstone. It's gonna, I mean, it's gonna worsen the oxygen situation very, very temporarily. But it'll be worth it. Would much rather just sort of get this whole area sorted once and for all. Okay. Yeah, honestly, this generator, not really a super large problem right now. You know, just, you know, disable this building for a second. Let's deal with that in the mo. Alright? Right. And then I'm going to want to reconstruct that oxygen line right there. Cancel that deconstruction for a second. And then that's all going to get linked up. Fantastic. And what do we want to do? Probably want to send this up here. Connect that in there like so. Gas bridge over. Nope. That was the completely wrong orientation of that specific bit of tech. That goes there like that. And then literally down here like so. Down there like that. There like that. There like that. And probably cancel that pipe for deconstruction. And cancel that pipe for deconstruction as well. In fact, no, I do need to deconstruct that pipe. Because I will need to reconstruct that pipe. Okay. I mean, this whole setup seems unbelievably complex. But I think it'll actually work. I think it'll work, right? I say that like I expect it to work. And I'm pretty sure it will, actually. In fact, I'm really hopeful. And it's all quite easy to build, so my dupe should be able to do it in absolutely no time at all. There's a whole bunch of issues, actually, at the moment. None of which I can really solve, but that's fine. Do we have, first of all, let me check. I mean, what's the temperature down here? The temperature down here is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking that maybe we could do some sort of oil purification down here, rather than pumping the oil back up to the top of the map. Because I'm not sure that my liquid pump is going to be able to. The overheat temperature is 75 degrees Celsius, but the overheat temperature can be plus 50 with gold. I mean, I suspect that we might have to move the oil down to a cooler biome before we can actually process it. So, I mean, that's going to be a pain to do. It'll be totally worth it, though, obviously. I mean, oil is fantastic. Just wondering if perhaps we can get a more direct route. Now that we've discovered the wonders of going through 600 degrees Celsius area. 1,400. I mean, yeah, maybe we just go straight. Maybe we just go straight through that place. Yeah, I think we might. I think there's a compelling argument to do that, to be honest. Oh my goodness. We're overflowing. We are absolutely overflowing here. Right. Set that up on lock. I don't want to be able to access. In fact, no. Don't send that up on lock. Because that's just going to cause a nightmare. Right. That all reachable. Fantastic. That can be cancelled. Still no power over here, but that's okay. We'll be able to jump on that manual generator as soon as we get the opportunity to do so. I'm not worried about the length of time that it's going to take us to get back up to speed and, you know, back up to a cool level over there. A cool level. Sure, that kind of makes sense, I guess. All right. Now, what the heck is going on here? No gas output. Well, the reason that we don't have an... Okay. The reason that we don't have an output is because I've not done that yet. What's the issue here? No gas intake? Well, I tell you what. If we prioritize all of this stuff accordingly, then that will work just perfectly. How have we ended up with so much darned hydrogen over here? The hydrogen pressure is quite high. Right. Also, lots and lots of fried mushrooms. Let's take it easy on the whole fried mushroom side of things. Yeah, no need to rush the manufacturing of fried mushrooms. We can afford to take it. We can afford to take it easy. I want to start playing with magma now. Now that I've realized that my suits can go up to 1,400 degrees Celsius, I want to start playing with magma. Magma. That's my next ambition. I have lots and lots of ambitions. But I mean, obviously, it's not always easy to fulfill one's ambitions. Okay, what are we gonna get done today? What are we gonna get done today? I mean, I would quite like to get this area set up. In fact, I should probably just set this up now, so that we can at least. Yep, electrolyzer, so we're going to get 1, 2 electrolyzers. Sure. Made out of copper. Making them out of copper seems like a really daft thing to do. So let's not do that then, shall we? Make them out of gold. Sure, we got a lot of gold around here. Let's put them quite near to the pump. I mean, it's going to be pretty darned easy to connect them up with power. Of course, make the power cable out of iron. Make the electrolyzer out of gold. Why? Well, no specific reason. No reason at all, actually. And I tell you what, the oxygen that we have here can actually be pumped into the base. Yep. However, we should probably cool it down first, as the oxygen that we're going to make is going to be quite a temperature. Quite a temperature. Oh, goodness gracious me. Right. Get that set up. Get that set up. Priority 9 that block. The reason that I want to do that is because our base is flooding. Our base is flooding because of the cool steam vent. It's been going absolutely gangbusters. I really did not think that this door would ever arrive at I didn't think that the water would ever arrive at that door level. What's the overheat temperature of this cable? I don't know, but let's just play it safe with gold. There we go. Great. So let's get that wire built. That's all priority 7 stuff, so we're gonna make some nice progress on that. Quite happy. Very happy about that, in fact. And then we can just set up the water pipes. That's great. And of course we don't have any power, but the power is going to be working as soon as we turn on the manual generator. Next activity is in 16 cycles. That's actually not very long at all. When's the natural gas generator up and running? It should probably be, I say natural gas generator, 3.5 cycles. Okay, that's good. That means that in the next episode, or at least for the first little bit of the next episode. Oh my goodness, would you look at all of these little baby patches? There is about 6 or 7 of these things, I think. Wow. That's great. Well, good work. Good work, me. Expert patchy breeder right here. Yeah, quite happy about that, actually. That's really, really good. That is really, really good. All right, why are we not working here, folks? Let's go one more cycle and let's see if this system manages to fix itself. I mean, it seems that things are working. I tell you what, as long as we have a backlog of hydrogen in this generator here, then that will solve all of our problems. It actually looks like the batteries, we don't have much on this circuit. We don't have much at the moment anyway. So if we can get this area up and running. What are you doing? Pipe blocked. Blocked by what? Uh-oh. That's the output. That's the, oh my goodness. Okay. Deconstruct that right there. Okay, this is fixable. This is totally fixable. This is totally fixable. Alright, I now see what I've done. I see my mistake. Okay. Right. Okay, we are accidentally pumping a little bit of hydrogen into the air. That's fine. I mean, we can only do that so many times before it actually becomes an actual health crisis. I mean, but for now, it's fine. For now, it's fine. Nothing to worry about. Okay, let's get that to go like so. Yep. Let's get that to go up there. Deconstruct that pipe as well. Yeah, deconstruct that pipe, and then also deconstruct this pipe right here. Priority 9 all of that, please. There's no way to get them to do it otherwise. Alright, so things do seem to be working now. But only because I sort of made a massive error. Okay, that goes in there like so. Great. This comes down here, over there, and in there. Right, great. You don't need to be deconstructed anymore. And all of this needs to be prioritized. Priority number 9. Literally those few amendments, and we're golden. Right. And now we enable that building. And that's also priority number 9. And now we see what happens, right? Alright. The proof is in the pudding, eh? I mean, at the moment, it's not looking ideal. It doesn't look like the system is working particularly well. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. It does look like it's working particularly well. That needs to go in there like so. Yeah, there we go. Alright, wrong element damage, whatever. Okay. I see what the problem is here. So it's going in here. It's going in here, and then it's splitting off 50% that way, 50% that way. So, the way that we combat that is by deconstructing this. Priority 9. This is a good sort of experiment. Yeah. Nice. And then that goes there. Great. So we start at the other end. So it's 50% in here. 50% of that, 50% of that, 50% of that, 50% of that. So the actual amount of hydrogen leaving the sort of system is very, very slim. Alright. Great. Okay, I think finally we might be onto a winning system here. Finally, at long, long last. I don't know, though. I don't know if this is going to be enough hydrogen to power this generator. As, in effect, what we're going to do is we're going to literally create 50% of 50% of 50% of 50% of 50% is going to go up that way. It's going to go up to this generator up here. Yeah, no guarantees that this is going to work as ever. But, you know, it looks kind of cool. It looks kind of funky. I'm quite happy with the way that it's turned out. Yeah. And you know what? At the end of the day, the mission was actually accomplished to replenish the oxygen over here. I think at the very start of the next episode, we're going to immediately be addressing the natural gas bounty, which is going to be coming to us. We're very, very close to taking on a whole bunch of extra projects. It looks like the wire has been fully connected up here. That's fantastic. That's really, really good. That means that, yeah, we can start pumping. In fact, we might already... No, we haven't started pumping yet, as there's nowhere for the pipe, for the water to go. But we're very, very close. Alright, this is what we want. This is what we want. We want a backlog of stuff waiting in the hydrogen generator, and that's gonna mean that everything works. Okay, why is this not working? Okay. Below. Sure. Pump out a whole bunch of stuff out of here. Right, great. Get a whole bunch of the hydrogen out of this area, and then we can sort of take stock in just a second. Looks like oxygen is finally filtering through. That's great. Ah, I see the problem is that we've actually got too much oxygen. That's the real issue. Okay, change that to above. Right, now I don't know how our system copes when there is too much oxygen in the system. That is actually probably just as toxic as too much hydrogen. But you know what? It seems to be working. Seems to be working pretty darn well. What I will do, actually, is deconstruct that building right there. And I will get this over here. A gas pipe right there. And connect that over like so. The reason for doing that is that we basically completely cut out the middleman. We completely cut out the middleman in that operation, and now we can just provide oxygen directly to the suits, directly where it needs to go. Yeah, zero issues whatsoever there. Yeah, pretty darn happy about the whole way that this thing has turned out. I don't know what it is about this this oxygen not included game. There is always so much to do. There is always so much fun to be had. I really do feel very scatterbrained at the moment, but also just in general, this game encourages, you know, just doing random projects, letting your dupes finish one specific thing, and then, you know, coming back and dealing with it on another level. This crude oil area, by the way, is looking fantastic. It's gonna be great. We still need to move the crude oil down to the water area, but that's fine. We're gonna do that in due course. It's all about building big, complex systems, and I love me some big old complex systems. It looks like things are finally working as intended, at least in the oxygen system. Yeah, that's definitely not something that I can complain about at all. Hopefully, we're gonna get enough hydrogen coming through here, so that we can fill up this hydrogen generator over here, and, you know, at least soften the amount of work that whoever is running in this hamster wheel will have to endure. But you know what, ladies and gents, we're going to deal with some more problems, deal with some more crises. That's not the plural of crisis, but that's okay. We'll deal with it in the next episode. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. This has been Oxygen Not Included. I'll see you next time. Bye.